George, the fallout continues over the $18 million that was deposited into a secret account in the central bank. And so Channel 2 Headline News thought to ask the ministers, the Minister of Natural Resources, Minister Trotman, and we also sought to ask the Minister of Finance, Vincent Jordan, to explain what really happened as the fallout continues. And here are the takes from the two ministers respectively. Mr. Minister, why is Mr. Trotman apologizing for this evil act and saying that the government was caught in a bind? And why is he promising to never do it again if it's transparent?
He's only apologizing for the fact that we haven't released the contract. And in the contract, all of this signing...
No, he's talking about the monies.
No, well, then you have to ask him. I can't speak on behalf of Mr. Trotman. There are ways of implementing the act without violating the act. The money is temporarily in an account at Bank of Ghana. And by the way, it's earning interest. When the activity has been activated, that is, if we indeed go into the court and have to find lawyers and so on and so forth, the monies will be transferred to the consolidated fund. The foreign currency will be sold to the Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana will credit the consolidated fund with the Ghana dollar equivalent. I will go to the Parliament and seek a supplementary budget for the exact sum to pay the lawyers and so forth. A number of people who don't understand the accounting and the rules and so forth are making statements that, frankly, I find, I don't find that gels with what has been the practice. None other than the President indicated that the money is for a specific purpose in connection with the defense of our territorial integrity. Is there a specific project for the Lotto Fund? There are no specific projects for the Lotto Fund. We receive 24% of the proceeds. That's it. It's we who determine what to do with those funds. Similarly, this is what has happened here. We determine that this money will be used in defense of our territorial integrity. So it's transparent. There's no talk about people stealing 18 million and so on and so forth. It is a very transparent process.
You seem to promise that the situation with the $80 million will not happen again. Right. The minister is saying that nothing was wrong.
I think I heard the word apologize. I didn't apologize. What I said in Parliament on Friday last was that we did something that we believe to be honorable. Maybe the steps we took to give effect and purpose to that, in hindsight, we maybe should have done it a little differently. But certainly we did nothing wrong. We weren't immoral in our actions, we were not unpatriotic, we were not criminal in our actions. It is just that given the brouhaha that has erupted as a result of this, certainly we would not do it this way were it to be done in the future.
Would you care to proffer a different way in hindsight?
No, I can't proffer a different way, but if one would be some way of engaging the public somewhat earlier, that would be it. But what we did was not illegal or improper or immoral or in any way unethical.
Well, George, there you have it. Minister Jordan is saying that absolutely nothing wrong was done and that all the monies under the last administration were deposited into accounts that did not come under the consolidated fund. And you have Minister Trotman saying that while they might have done it the wrong way, they did nothing wrong. And so reporting here from the Marriott Hotel, I'm Wendell Jeffrey for Channel 2 Headline News. Back to you, George.